It ain't nighttime, bitch. We lit.
We in here.
We lit. Roll up gas, baby.
Where are we at?
In the motherfucking zone. In the. What do we call this place?
This is the motherfucking this is the gas station, because we at the Roll Up Gas podcast. So we at the gas station right now, you know what I'm saying? Posted up, chilling. You know what I'm saying? Mobbing. Macking,
I like that.
Stacking, you know, pussy. We be smashing.
Never caught lacking.
Never caught lacking.
Roll Up Gas podcast. We live. We in there, baby. Another edition. We got motherfucking Chef Crespo in the house. We got Mr. Marcus in the house. We got a guest in the house. We got motherfucking Leo.
We got
in the crib.
We got Leo Pearl, aka Spliff McFly.
How you doing?
Hey, it's the guy.
Well,
Let me light up some
Dallas
gas
thing.
here, folks. While
we're coming fresh off a night of fights in UFC.
Night of fist fights.
276. I guess we can kind of get started off with that, kind of recapping the event.
I would like to just say a pretty interesting stat that they displayed last night.
Okay.
Even after the Izzy fight, there were no takedowns.
Yeah, the
That's
entire night. I
insane.
wonder if that is a record.
That's gotta be. I've never heard of that.
man,
It's a rarity.
What the fuck is?
you know what?
Will you turn that camera, press that light bulb towards the wall? Nope. Press that towards the wall. There you go. Perfect.
But yeah, that's a pretty insane stat. No takedowns?
Yeah, I wonder if that's ever happened in an event
I don't think
ever,
so.
like an entire event with 0 takedowns.
Because how many fights were last night? 12?
At least, I mean, probably more, maybe like 14 or something like that. Because there was, I think, 2 early prelims, 2 or 3 maybe, 4, and then 4 prelims.
I'm gonna just go ahead and say the motherfucking prelims are always lit. I love the prelims.
I mean,
the prelims to me almost are sometimes more exciting than the main event.
you know why he loves the prelims and they're more exciting than the main event?
because they're the ones I can stay up to wait.
he
to watch.
never watches the main event and he's asleep for the main event.
Hey, nigga, I
he
gotta
only
get up at
watches the
4
prelims. He's
a.m.,
like, damn,
okay?
these prelims are pretty lit.
I gotta get.
Well,
up
if you
at 4 a.m.
stayed awake for a main event, you'd be like, holy shit, I've been missing out.
I stay up for a couple main events. You know?
No, you don't.
I mean, there's
Derek
been some,
Lewis, fine, you know.
there's been some really good ones, and there's been some, decent ones. But
First thing to start off with, I guess, start the first fight of the main
If I just keep your
card.
T-shirt. That's pretty crispy. Kansas City Kings throwback.
Oh, okay.
But not to cut you off, my bad.
All good. First fight of the main card, Sean O'Malley versus Pedro Munoz.
The Sugar Show.
What a fucking
so
abomination. Like, what?
I was looking this morning,
Break it down.
and they said that Pedro Munoz has a scratched cornea.
Cornea.
They said he has a scratched cornea. So the only thing that I can think is whenever his finger was like extending up, if it like just barely caught him and scratched the shit out of it, which
Fuck.
I mean, maybe. Okay. I mean, I guess giving him the benefit of the doubt. But from a layman's perspective, it looked like a pretty weak eye poke. Like, yes, he touched his eye and kind of, I guess, could be considered a poke. But I've seen fights where motherfuckers go knuckle deep in somebody's eye socket and they don't quit, you know?
I mean, yeah, it just, I don't know. I mean, looking at it, I was just like, man, I don't know.
Let me use all this.
Yeah, go ahead. I think once Pedro recovers, they should fight again. Because I don't
At
think,
least it was declared a no contest.
right, no one got a win, no one got a loss. I think they should fight again. Because if Pedro can go in, we'll say a couple of weeks, I'm sure they can add that onto a card. They got some pretty banging.
But I mean, if he has a scratched cornea, can he fight in a couple of weeks? Like,
I don't know,
how
man.
bad of an injury is that, you know?
I don't know. But he's an athlete. I'm sure, he can. I mean, obviously it's up to doctors to clear you. But if he says he can go, I say in a couple of weeks, let him fight again.
Look, I don't know which fight this was, but you weren't even in the chat. You had to excuse yourself for a second. But some chick came on. She was tatted up. She was, she was pretty bad.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
And Ben was like, that's my favorite UFC fighter now. She bad as fuck. Woo woo.
And then she got rolled up in 45 seconds. Yeah,
bitch got her arm fucking snapped,
broken, almost, maybe, possibly.
Well,
I wonder,
possibly broken, but definitely broke.
Did you look up anything about that? Like
No,
crazy.
I didn't see.
I wonder. Yeah, injury report.
That was like the second or third fight, or maybe the first fight. I don't know.
That was all the prelims. I think that was
Prelims for
one
sure.
of the first fights of the prelims.
Yeah. That shit was so quick. You know how that's the one thing I kind of hate about UFC is if a fight ends early this way, they fucking play backstories and origin stories for like the next 15, 20
I mean, they
minutes.
got to
Like,
fill
man,
time
fuck.
They gotta fill the time
because you don't
that's-
want the event to be 40 minutes or something and be like shit.
Because I mean, yeah, there's been events where like every fight's a decision, and you don't
know what
see
my
those
proposition
things.
is?
What?
Bra and panties matches during the commercial breaks.
That. Also take a nod from fucking what's his face? What's that fucking clown show? That
Jake Paul and them.
yeah, what's that organization called?
What have live music?
Yeah, live
No,
music.
no.
Why don't you have live music during
No.
the
That's
halftimes?
lame. That's lame.
Why not?
I'd rather watch.
I'd rather
the backstory.
fights. Yeah,
I like
rather
the
fights.
backstory stuff.
we don't need fucking
What Migos out there?
Ariana Grande and Migos and stupid shit like
You wanna
that
see
coming
Ariana
out and doing
Grande
this shit.
come out as a card girl?
No,
No, they should have.
I want to see Migos come out, all three of them, and fight Francis Ngannou.
Oh god. They could
Can they
do.
have assault rifles?
They could do the.
Negative.
They could do the.
They lose.
They could take the ring girls, like
Mhm.
two of them, and then they could wrestle in like whipped cream,
Okay, now we're talking.
and then
Or
now
baby
we're
oil.
moving in the right direction.
Or baby oil.
or that, and if a fight goes quick, but sometimes the whole card could be like knockout, or it could be
Yeah.
decision.
I don't know. I mean, this card was good.
It was
wasn't
good, but it wasn't
great. Yeah, like one of the best ever. But it was good. Robbie Lawler versus Brian Barberena was the next fight. That was good.
I mean, like, fucking. We'll get to him, but I think Robbie Lawler should probably hang it up as well.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people that are starting to kind of get to that age.
It is not that Robbie Lawler is a bad fighter because he could fuck anybody up. Like,
Yeah,
in the
for sure.
street. Like, he can still defend himself, but fighting, just like Donald Cerrone, man. Like, you're still a beast, but you're
time to
not.
hang it up.
It's time to hang it up before you cause your body.
Max Holloway, hang it up.
No,
You-
what are you talking about?
Bro,
No,
his
cause-
face is about to fall off.
You're causing your body.
This guy
more-
knows
He
nothing.
doesn't. You're causing
No,
your
I
body more.
He's like,
damage.
guy got a cut. He should quit. He should totally stop fighting.
But if you look at
always
like,
get a cut.
but if you look at Robbie Lawler, like,
scar tissue though.
dude, Robbie Lawler
That's what I'm
caught
saying.
like what 5 or 6 open punches, and he was like on the cage, just like just getting blasted, and then obviously the ref stopped it. But I think it's time for him to
Yeah.
before like why cause your body more damage that's unnecessary.
What do you think, Leo? You are a professional fighter. What do you think of fighters hanging it up?
Wouldn't say I'm a problem.
I mean, yeah,
You fought professionally?
No, those were
Though,
amateurs.
yeah,
They
that-
were
Well,
amateurs,
you
bro.
still pursued your
professional means that your
So-
career and you make money at
Okay.
doing that.
Well, you also.
Well,
signed a
you
pro
fought
contract,
amateur
too,
and
so
you-
that's pretty much the difference. I got.
Like, are you a pro gamer?
No.
Lovely.
Right.
They make a lot of money. They make a shit ton of money.
Like,
Well, I've been to one of your fights, and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You've
Yeah.
had a couple
He's-
of
he's-
fights, and you've
he's
trained.
competed.
I've
He's
And you
competed.
competed, and you've trained for
Yeah,
a few years, so you have a lot of more experience than any of us.
Right.
Yeah.
So
sure.
what's your take on fighters hanging it up? When do you think is appropriate time for a fighter to hang it up?
I mean,
What's
it all
your
depends
opinion?
on by how much damage. Oh, my bad. It depends on like how much damage that you have going on there. Because I mean, Robbie Lawler, he's a brawler's brawler. I mean, like the dude had half of his face like cracked open on his lip,
Yeah.
and he's still soldiering it out, and you're like yelling, "I'm ready to fight even more," and you're like, "Jesus Christ, you just won the title, bro. Take a chill pill, like have a couple beers, man.
Yeah.
Right.
woosah a little bit." But I mean, especially when you get hit like that. Like Barberina, he had this one fight that I was watching. I can't even remember who he was fighting, but it was just him and the other guy. I can't even remember who he was fighting, but they were just literally just duking it out the entire time, just hitting each other's skulls. And I mean, it works. It works just going hard, but
It's not good for
It's not
longevity.
It's not good for longevity. I mean,
No.
it's kind of like that saying of like you need to work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
And that does work, but that has effects too.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you might be a little bit more timid too, or not even timid.
I think it all depends.
You're more strategic.
I agree with that because to the
But
point of that,
he's a
look at
brawler, for
look at
sure.
Anderson Silva.
Right.
He's always been a fighter who's been elusive. Floyd Mayweather, a fighter who's always been elusive,
Right.
to where they can still compete and do events.
But also, you look at Glover Teixeira.
Mm.
He's, what, 42?
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
He became the champ at, what, 40, 41 or something?
One of the oldest
And
ones. Yeah.
he just had one of the greatest fights in UFC history.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, yeah, because
And
it's
So
I wouldn't tell him to hang it up.
no, and it's
Even
it's,
that,
it's,
though he lost to
like-
Yuri Prohaska,
and-
I would not. I would be like, dude,
right,
keep fighting
and
because
that's
you're
why-
good.
That's what I say about like age to me in any sport. It doesn't matter as long as your body. Because I mean, you look at Tom Brady, for instance, right? Like Tom's barely had injuries, barely been knocked. Like I don't think he's ever had.
He's
like,
never
a
been knocked
full-blown-
out.
Like he hasn't
No
had a
KOs.
full blown no KOs. Like have you ever seen Tom leave on a stretcher? No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I mean, he
One
protects
year-
himself.
One year,
But-
when he tore his ACL.
yeah, he
Yeah, that
left
was
on a
the
thing,
one
and that was
year.
like in 08, you know?
Yeah.
Shout out Bernard Pollard. But
oh shit!
Oh.
Oh shit! This
KC
nigga with the
Chiefs.
history.
like, but yeah, when it's same with fighting
You know
or
it's
any
Tom Brady's
sport,
dreams.
like you can be. I mean, hell, you look how long Randy Couture fought. He was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
45.
Yeah.
You know, but there are
That was
fighters.
a little bit of a different generation.
I get
different
it,
era, though.
but still,
yeah.
to be 45 and compete in mixed martial arts, that's
What about,
that's legit.
Any
Big fella.
venture, like any
Sean,
sports.
Sean Strickland,
I think Sean
versus
Strickland,
Alex
What team,
Pereira.
what team did Ben Pollard play for? Who you said?
Bernard Pollard.
he played for the Chiefs. That's when
Okay.
he
Then
hit
he went
Tom
to the
Lowe, and then they
Ravens.
made that rule.
So are you the next time the Buccaneers come to town and we play them? Are you gonna get a Pollard jersey?
I'm just gonna clap my hands.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have a thing that says he's paralyzed.
That's how it goes. But yeah, with Sean Strickland, I thought he had a terrible approach to what he was doing. He seemed too stiff. Like he seemed like he was like, I'm okay with getting hit because I know this guy can't knock me out.
Yes,
And
kinda,
he
yeah.
got knocked.
Overly confident, kind of. He shouldn't have. He tried to try.
He came with that
he tried
old,
to step
like,
in his
Englishman
zone.
style. Like
He's
didn't
like, I know
it.
I can strike with this motherfucker. You're not a
Yeah.
better striker than
But
me.
he got blasted out
And
of the
it
ropes.
Turns out he was incorrect.
Because if you are knocked out,
Like, he
Stick
made-
it in.
if you're knocked out before you hit the ground, and then you get hit 2 more times as you're falling,
I mean, what does everybody think about Pereira versus Adesanya?
I think that's going to be a
I'm-
really good fight.
Could be.
Um,
I mean, Sean Strickland was trying to talk shit to Israel before.
Yeah. He won the press conference,
he
for
had-
sure.
Pretty funny.
He had the task already thought that he had won.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just gonna roll through. That's probably what it is. He just got overconfident.
Dude,
And
I
then
think-
he was like,
I don't
"Oh
know,
yeah,"
is he-
and he really.
I don't think he
was smart.
necessarily thought he was going to roll through him, but he thought he was going to outstrike him or like
Yeah.
be better in his zone than
Yeah,
he is. But like, that's his area,
true,
you know.
true.
He's
I'm-
calm.
But
I think Izzy is
I
going to
mean,
have
also like he's got a way different frame too, and like I mean, looking at Pereira's frame in general, like he's like you can tell he's an athlete. You can tell he takes care of his body
For
a lot,
sure.
You know what I mean? I'm
But
not saying Sean
what about-
Strickland doesn't do it.
What about him versus Adesanya?
Adesanya is like a video game character, dude. Like,
That's what I was about to say,
like,
man.
he's-
Call
he's
me
a video-
selfish. I
he's-
want that
he's a-
nigga to last forever.
He's a video.
Try not to overtalk each other. Try to,
Oh.
back and forth.
Go ahead.
But
Whoever.
That's all I wanted to say. Go ahead.
But he's like a video game character. Like you can do basically everything with him standing up, and he doesn't get taken down. And it's partly because he's just. It's harder to take tall guys down. He's a
Yeah.
tall guy. He's
Yeah.
like 6'4", 6'5".
But Alex Pereira isn't probably going to take him down.
and that's.
It's going to be a kickboxing fight.
Yeah. So I mean,
I think
and he
that
has something to prove too.
I think that it'll be Izzy's one of his more exciting fights because I think honestly, like with Izzy's skill level, I think why you see somewhat boring fights is because he already knows. And
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I think not to take anything away
maybe
from
when you say boring fights, like maybe versus
like the one against Yoel, I get
Yoel,
it, because
kind
Yoel
of.
was a fucking tank. Like you got to get through the armor to get to him.
But that was, I mean, it takes two to tango. That was partially
But
Yoel's fault
Most
as well.
def. And on the one against Cannoneer last night, like it was decent.
I wouldn't say that was boring, but it wasn't super exciting
but I
necessarily.
knew, like to me, I think what makes the champion better is the challenger brings that out of him.
Yeah.
And Max Holloway did that in his fight against Volkanovski. I don't think Cannoneer did that against Izzy. And that's why Izzy was just kind of like
Toying with
bop,
them.
bop, bop, bop,
I mean,
bop.
one thing coming kind of skipping over Holloway Volkanovski, we'll get to it, but it didn't happen necessarily the way I envisioned maybe. But when Cannoneer came out, and I like to judge people's like body language as they're walking out to the arena, it may or may not mean shit. I don't know shit about body language anyway, but Cannoneer, I was like, Cannoneer looks like he's walking out to an execution. And then the fucking Undertaker's music hits.
Dude.
And then Izzy comes out with the fucking Undertaker hat and an urn. I'm like, holy shit. He's about to fucking execute him.
Like, you know, but that was one of the dopest entrances ever.
Yes.
Like,
I wish I would have seen it.
like
Yeah, you
watching
you fucked up.
watching that Undertaker
Trying to see it on
entrance.
YouTube.
And I think one of my second favorite entrants is when Anderson Silva would come out to DMX.
Yeah.
Like when
But
that song
I don't
would
think
hit,
he wouldn't do anything
no,
wild
but
though necessarily.
Just for the song and just
Yeah.
the
Izzy's got
seeing
the
him-
best
Energy.
entrances because he's really kind of the only one doing anything with your entrance.
yeah.
That's the thing.
Like he's
about
doing like WWE shit, and
Go ahead.
almost like I don't know if serendipity or whatever would be the right term, but we were making jokes because DC was saying some dumb shit like usual, and we were like, I was like, fucking Triple H should come out and fucking pedigree DC through the announcers table.
Oh shit!
And then like a few minutes later, they cut to like, you know, famous people in the crowd, and there's Triple H and Vince McMahon and Stephanie McMahon. I'm like, yo, Triple H is there. He's a fucking the pedigree. Come on.
They listening to Quincy.
Man, go get some lottery tickets.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, but I think from just what I was reading, like a lot of the division and matchups are gonna switch up and be crazy, because they were talking about Izzy fighting Alex Pereira, and then they were talking about Izzy fighting Colby Covington,
Yeah, I mean that would be rough.
Adesanya?
because Colby's not gonna fight Kamaru for a third or fourth, fifth,
So is Kamaru gonna go or Covington gonna go up? I guess
Would
to
go up.
85.
and then obviously Volkanovski's gonna go up. So I think they're gonna do Volkanovski and Charles Oliveira next.
That would be a tough.
Who's gonna fight Kamaru Usman?
Well, Kamaru Usman's fighting Leon
Mhm.
Edwards, and they're fighting in.
He's also untouchable.
I think they're fighting
Leon
in
Edwards?
August or
Yeah.
They're fighting in August or September.
You have to put some respect on his name.
Yeah.
Hey, July 30th is a Saturday. Your boyfriend's fighting.
Who's,
You know.
Get
who
your
it is.
get your
Sir.
block lips ready.
sir? I am a heterosexual male.
Yeah, but you have a
I'm happily
you
married
have
to
a,
your mom.
you have a fantasy boyfriend on the internet.
If you're referring to my favorite UFC fighter of all time, who happens to be known as the Black Beast, who also happens to have the most knockouts in UFC history, I mean,
That's true.
That's true.
that's one of my favorite fighters. That is my favorite fighter.
that's
All right, Holloway Volkanovski.
you know. To be honest, I think Max Holloway is now the gatekeeper of the featherweight division, because watching him fight Calvin Kattar,
Dude,
he beat the shit out of him, and he had confidence.
He was in the Matrix.
But I
dude.
think when he fought Volkanovski
he had
the
con-
third
he-
time,
he had-
this third time, it looked like physically he was ready, but mentally was not. Because just watching some of him
Maybe.
throw some of just the way he threw some of his punches, man, like I felt like he had open shots that he just didn't throw because he's either afraid to get hit.
I think mentally he was there in the first round, but his confidence kind of got eroded quickly because he was real confident coming out and like was looking okay, was looking decent, but it just
Dude, because
slowly.
Volkanovski reminds me of like a smaller version, but more explosive Yoel Romero. Because he's got like that tanky
That's
figure,
one of my niggas too.
but he's still explosive.
Kinda.
Dude,
Yo, Romero,
he,
that's my nigga right there.
he hit Max with a bunch of shit, and they said he broke his hand in the second round.
Yeah.
But the way he was piecing Max
Careful
up,
with
dude,
that.
Max just
Man, it
like
was
he kind of would like slouch, but throw just like it's like he
5,
was like
10, 8 rounds.
Dude, Max got beat the fuck up. As sad as that is,
Like, that's crazy.
He got beat the fuck
Here's
up.
another thing, though. I rewatched the second fight, and I watched this breakdown video. Shout out, man, the Weasel, I believe his name is. The YouTube channel is.
Yeah.
Where he does like kind of comprehensive breakdowns of controversial fights.
Yeah.
And the round really in question for the second fight was round 3. Like Holloway won 1 and 2, Volkanovski won 3 and 4, and then round 3 is kind of where the controversy lies. And based off of his analysis and breakdown of it, very closely,
Okay.
but Volkanovski barely
Wins that round.
wins that third round just based off of landing
I want to ask.
like maybe one or two more strikes, or just a
Yeah.
little bit more damage.
Yeah.
But, it wasn't anything super crazy. But so I mean, if that's the case, then I mean, yeah, well, he handedly beat him this time. So I mean, there's definitely no question.
Yeah. Yeah, he beat him the fuck up. So I don't think Max gets another one because he's 0-3s. But
I don't know what it is, but I'm just not
mental
a
block.
fan of Volkanovski.
No.
Like, I don't hate the guy or whatever, like, oh, he sucks or anything. But for whatever reason, I just, I don't really like the dude for
Yeah.
what, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't hate him, but I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I'm not like, yeah, go Volkanovski. I can admit the truth and shit that he's
Dude, he beat the
he's
shit.
good and he's deservedly the champion
He beat
for sure.
he beat the
He
shit out
fucked
of Max.
Holloway up.
Like, yeah. Max Holloway's the gatekeeper. Like,
I mean, it seems like it, unfortunately.
but I think Izzy
And
versus
his
Alex
decision.
Pereira, like, Izzy's going to have his hands full, man, because Alex Pereira is a good fighter. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully they fight at the end of the year.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, he pretty much fucked him up. Like Izzy versus Cannonier. I mean, Cannonier did good, but it wasn't.
But it was the same. Like,
Yeah.
he kind of did the same against, like,
He didn't really have anything for Izzy.
no.
I mean, he had a couple of decent shots landed.
Bro, once you hear that goddamn entrance music, all your confidence goes away. You're like, fuck,
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
nigga's coming
he
out to
won
the
crowd.
Undertaker.
He was like Maximus and
God
Gladiator.
damn
right there.
it.
I mean, dude, what do you do?
Why did he
Like,
do that?
how would you feel if you come out
To your
to,
music.
you're trying to get ready for your fight and somebody comes out to the Undertaker's music. Then the Undertaker's music hits.
Yeah.
You're taking this seriously. You're fighting. You know what I'm saying? You're like, I'm a fighter. All right, I'm gonna play a fucking whatever serious song that's gonna get me in the zone.
Right.
And this motherfucker is like, play the Undertaker's music. I want to fucking fuck around a little bit
Right.
and have fun with it.
Right. Well, shit, man.
What goes through your mind when you're like, when the fucking bell hits and it's like, dong, when you're like, and he's got the fucking fog and all the lights and shit.
He
Like,
comes out with the Undertaker hat.
That's basically.
said he was
one of the
holding
best
what?
entrances
An
of
urn.
all time.
Oh God.
like the
You know he
Undertaker
got
used to
paid
do.
off that. You know he got paid.
I mean, Vince McMahon was in the crowd.
I mean, and it's kind of like, with,
Yeah.
I mean,
do some work.
and I would imagine they know they're going to be there. And so, like,
all that kind of stuff, man.
That's still pretty.
Yeah,
fucking
I mean, they had to like get the permission to use the copyright
Yeah,
music of
absolutely.
the Undertaker of WWE, and Vince
Yeah, that
McMahon is
shit
there.
was-
He's like, sure, go ahead.
yeah, that shit was planned, yo.
Dope.
It was dope. But, I
Man.
mean, it was a decent
Smash right
card.
real quick.
It was a decent card.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's
Can we-
move on. Yeah, to our first topical, our main topic of the podcast here.
So I was talking to my the way I stumbled upon this story is actually pretty funny. So I was meeting with my old friend Tom, who used to work in air traffic control, and he was telling me that one of the things he likes to do is smoke and watch YouTube videos. And he was like, of course.
You don't say.
Yeah.
He likes to smoke weed and watch YouTube videos. That's crazy. I never heard of somebody that does that.
But particularly into like air traffic control, like, you know, where he works. So he stumbled upon the story, I guess, when it actually
Wait a
happened.
minute, hold up. So he's an air traffic controller?
Retired.
Oh, okay. I was like, he's smoking weed at work,
No.
watching YouTube videos,
No, he's
traffic in
retired.
air,
That
Retired.
sounds like a really cool job.
controlling air traffic. I'm like, can I get that job?
That's what he said he used to do when he was in the Navy.
They're like Mr.
Yeah, in the
Dukes.
Navy. Nigga.
Mr. Dukes.
I ain't
But
doing
anyway,
that.
I was back
Damn.
in the day. But anyway, he told me about this story, and I was so fucking enamored with it. I was like, I have to fucking look this shit up. So here it is.
All right,
Quincy,
so
you go ahead. You do the honors.
let's go to it here. So,
Dive on in for us, sir. Get to
man steals plane and crashes after unauthorized takeoff from Seattle Airport, and this is from August 11, 2018. And then this is an update. Okay, so the man who stole a plane with no one else on board from the Seattle Tacoma International Airport late Friday has been identified as Richard Russell, 29, according to two unclaimed law enforcement sources. He flew on the plane about an hour before crashing it into a forest on a nearby island. I think I remember hearing about this.
I don't remember.
So he was working as a ground service agent, and basically what he did was he just pulled up to the airplane. He worked there for years. Yeah.
Yeah,
3.5
he
years.
worked as a ground service agent for 3.5 years. And as a part of his job, he had security clearance and routinely had access to the aircraft, including loading bags and cargo and towing aircraft. The plane was in a maintenance position, the company said, and was not scheduled for any passenger flights. Damn. So yeah, this dude just said, fuck it. So did he survive?
No,
He died.
he died. So he basically took this motherfucker for a joyride. So if you want to go over to the YouTube video that I have pulled up, we can listen to a little bit of audio.
Okay, damn, yeah, this is 11 minutes. You know,
No, it starts off hilarious.
okay.
It starts off hilarious because they're like constantly trying to call this motherfucker back. He was like, "Hey man,
Everyone standing by for departure. Just hold on with me for a
this motherfucker's doing loop-de-loops."
Yeah, is everybody in like air traffic control?
Listen.
Man, I'm a ground service agent. I don't know what that is.
Portland Channel 6 is filed at 7017.
Start it up and get it to go. In a couple hours, I guess. But yeah, I wouldn't know how to land it. I wasn't really planning on landing it.
Wasn't planning on landing.
Knows how to fly one of those aircraft, but we'll see what we can do and get you in contact with somebody.
Alrighty. Yeah, I just kind of want to do a couple maneuvers, see what it can do before I put her down. You know.
Yo,
Departure Boeing 464. And so I can reach out to you a little easier.
A little bit.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Sorry, my mic came off. I threw up a little bit.
I threw up a little bit.
You know, hold on. Shoot. Man, I'm sorry about this. I hope this doesn't ruin your day.
22, cross rail 6 left.
Hey, at least he's a nice guy, you know.
So this motherfucker. So at one point they're like, "Hey man, come on back." He was like, I'm gonna go over to Veneer and check this place out, see if I can do some loop.
I mean, yeah, bro, this
was
this
like,
dude, he
what?
just don't give a fuck. He's like, man, fuck it. He's on GTA mode.
Exactly, bro. This nigga's a fucking legend, man. This shit's hilarious.
You see the HDG button right by that little thumb wheel? On Papa Cross 16 Center Cross 1. What's all the airplanes doing on Alpha? It's going to maintain 8,000. Cross 120.
No, you can do that with these things. So what would, if you were to do it, how would you do it?
He's talking about doing loop-de-loop.
Try to figure out how to use the autopilot first. On the Roger touch spot, 88 be a problem, kind of frame. 88 and over ramp at 20%.
Yeah, then he ended up crashing.
Flying the airplane.
Hey, you think if I land this successfully, Labs will give me a job as a pilot?
You know, I think they would give you a job of doing anything if you could pull this off.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah. This dude knows. Like, this guy completely escaped the Matrix.
Man, this guy's a fucking legend. I mean, fucking R.I.P. as
Yeah,
sad that he
right.
crashed.
Definitely
but
a legend.
His whole fucking demeanor while he's up there, he was like, "Hey, come on back." He was like,
Nah.
I'ma go
I think we'll do
over
some loop-de-loops and shit.
Oh my god.
I was thinking about doing a couple of maneuvers first. I was like,
I mean,
my nigga,
bro,
what?
nobody got hurt but him.
True.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't like some angry fucking, oh, fuck all you guys. Like,
Yeah.
you know, he's
How
just like,
funny
no, I'm
was
trying to
that,
have some
though?
fun. He's like, yeah, fuck it. You think he'll give me a job if I land this thing? Like, he'll give you a job doing anything. Yeah, right. You fucking liar. Yo.
That shit had me weak. Oh man, I watched the whole thing. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, what's his name here?
Richard Russell.
Yeah, shout out Richard Russell.
Yeah, shout out
R.I.P.
29.
The legend of Richard
The
Russell.
legend of Richard Russell, folks.
Stole a 747.
Did
Crashed
some loop-de-loops.
and did loop-de-loops.
Sorry, I threw up a little bit.
Here's a little something I'd like to get Crespo's
I thought this was fake when I
opinion
saw
on.
it.
Do you see this?
I did, but play it again. Cause we
Did
can
you
watch-
see it when I posted it in the?
No,
in the
I saw it on
topics?
World Star. I saw it on World Star.
Okay.
actually.
Yeah, it's a minute and 40.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you and your son to come down here.
Have you seen this, Marcus?
I'm sorry, what's this about?
Your son, he wasn't raised right. He online bullying people, cyberbullying. So I'm gonna need you to come.
Cyberbullying, nigga.
So solve this. Come on down here. Here, be quiet.
You wasn't raised right. Listen,
Her son's
my
like,
son don't even
no,
know.
come on, no.
But he got a cell phone.
His mama crazy.
Yeah, he
Feel bad for him.
online bullying people. Come on down here. We here. He gonna catch these hands. Let's go. We here now. Let's go. Watch out. Shh. Don't say nothing.
Man, listen, you're about 50 years old out here trying to start some crap on my porch. You need to get it. You need to keep it moving.
I might be 50, but I'll whoop your ass like I'm 25. Come on down here. Come on.
Even if you were 25, you wouldn't stand a chance.
That's when I thought it was fake. I was like, come on.
We not playing. We don't play no kind of game.
Jacob,
I don't think it's fake.
Miss, my son's name is Caden.
Son, you and Jacob, come on down here and catch these hands. Let's go.
Miss, my son name is Caden.
What did you say?
Name is Caden, my son.
I'm not going to keep going back and forth with who is Katie?
I don't know, but I was telling this whole entire time that he was there at his house.
Stupid.
Sorry, sir.
Oh, I'm sir now.
Misunderstanding. Don't even worry about it. You have a blessed day.
Oh,
Have a blessed day. Don't even worry about it. Bro. Like, if that was your mama,
yeah.
like, and he's scared to, like, even say anything. Because if this bitch is trying to go fight a man, what do you think she's going to do to her son? She'll fuck him up for sure. She knows she can whoop his ass.
She gonna whoop his ass on the regular. Why you ain't tell me earlier?
Bro,
Bitch, I was trying.
Don't cyberbully.
bro.
Your son online cyberbullying and shit.
Get out of the chat.
Like, how about
room,
you
man.
tell your son to fucking get offline or mute the chat? Or, bro, people are such bitches. Like, you know how I think everybody should be required to be in a 2009, no, like 2010 or 11 Call of Duty Modern Warfare, whatever year that game came out. You have to be in a Call of Duty Modern Warfare in its time period online chat environment. All right, you got to experience that.
Okay.
All the N-words and fucking.
N-words.
That's how it was when I was playing
Doesn't
Modern Warfare 3 on.
I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Like,
the-
well, really, any Call of Duty chat.
That's the
when I
place
first
you
started
hear it
playing.
the
We used to
most.
play the waves.
Getting cussed out by little kids
Yeah.
and all this other shit. Like,
Team Deathmatch.
experience that, and then maybe
You're a fucking pussy.
maybe you won't be so
Sometimes
fucking hurt by cyberbullying.
say it?
Go ahead, Leo.
Nigger, la 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 la
Yeah.
la, nigger.
Like they just love it.
Lord.
That's how it is.
Actually, just
Bradley!
like, even when like
What,
when you play
Mom?
online, like against like people from other countries, like say you like are online and like I played like FIFA or something like that, and like I played somebody like I couldn't even understand, and we were like playing in like
And they're just like, nigger, you are nigger.
saying crazy shit.
Kumpatito,
And then,
I
like-
don't speak your language. You are nigger.
But we had
nigga,
shootout,
bitch, you.
man. We had a shootout, man. At the very end. Then he's like, good game after. Cause
Okay, good game. I couldn't
I at least
fluster
got
you
the
with my
W.
racism.
I got the W.
Nice.
I just got the W, man.
Yeah, man.
remember that one
online,
time that-
people be talking reckless.
They do. I remember that one video. It was like an African. He was portrayed to be like an African dude online, and he was like
Oh, his name is Nick Guy.
something like that. And he's
Nicholas Guy.
Yeah, and he's like,
But can you say my name right? It's Nick Guy. And can you say it? She's like, Nick Guy. It's a little faster. Nick Guy. Nick Guy. Nick Guy. Nick Guy.
no, I don't think it's that guy.
Oh.
Guy. He's like
Sorry.
he's playing like an African warlord or whatever
I
on
know
Call
what
of
you're
Duty.
talking about.
Oh, on Call of Duty?
Yeah, and the
My bad.
motherfuckers are like talking shit. He was like, I will find you. He was like, fuck you, you ain't gonna find me, you stupid bitch. Da-da-da-da. He like,
So
he was like, you live.
So you know who
this is your
that you know who
address.
that was? So it was a dude like he just got that voice like
Yeah, like a
that
voice
He got
changer.
that voice pinned down.
So what he would do is he'd find like his friends on Call of Duty and then he would just join their game. Like not in their headset or any of that stuff. And like he would just join their game. And then
Oh,
and
so it was
he'd be-
people he knew.
Right, so
and he was
would
fucking
be
with
killing them, and then they would be talking shit. But when you start talking about people's addresses and shit, and you don't know who the fuck this person
Yeah.
is, you start freaking out.
But he knows them.
But he
That's how he
knows
knows their
them.
address. I thought maybe he was using like some sort of hacking
Software,
shit to
yeah.
like figure out their IP address and shit.
Uh,
That's funny. That's funny.
okay, but still, that was pretty funny the way he did it, though. I would have find you.
I will find you and I will kill you.
yeah, because imagine you're just playing a game and you see someone online, like you don't know who it is.
I don't know
people
who
be
you are.
So they just
people
start
and
talking
messing with
shit.
I don't know what you want.
Some people would be
But I will
toxic and
find
everything.
you.
Like
But-
And I will
Man,
kill
that
you.
swatting shit though is real,
Sure,
like
do it.
that
Bro,
shit's
that
crazy
shit
as fuck, bro.
scary, man.
Like people find your shit and then call the cops.
Like-
Like,
And then they gotta respond.
bro, like they caught one dude, he got arrested, but the other dude was dead. So,
Well, let's go ahead and jump into this topic that I know for sure happened because everybody was talking about it.
What happened?
Q Duke said he's seen it. The man that bought his child something to eat.
Oh shit! I think I
think
might
he
have
just
just
closed
closed
it.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, god damn it.
Hi, my name is Quincy.
I'm stupid.
There it is.
I mean, I think
So let's take a quick watch of this video. We don't have to watch the whole video, but we can fast forward to.
Look, y'all. Every fucking day, my baby daddy come here with one meal for my child. But I have 3 other kids. We have 1 kid together, but he only want to come and bring one thing to McDonald's. But what about my other kids? How come you can't feed my other kids McDonald's though?
Let's wait. Let's wait. Let's wait. Let's watch
Like
the video.
that's bogus as hell. Like you're not finna sit here and make my other kids feel left out.
Quincy
and you're
already
only
charged
bringing
up.
one child something. To
I got
eat.
a
There you go,
caveat,
and I
or-
bet you he only got one thing in there. I bet you he don't even. I'm finna expose the shit out of him.
Expose the
people see
shit
how
out of
he
him.
is. It ain't more than
exposing himself.
enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you. Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fry?
What he like? What do you mean?
Okay, what about my other kids?
What about your other kids?
Dumb-
They ain't mine.
Why the- okay,
Yeah.
but them your kids' siblings though.
What are you talking about? What are you mad
Them
about?
my kids, them your kids' siblings though.
So what you want?
So he finna, my other kids finna be left out.
You didn't feed them?
You know I don't get my food stamps to the 7.
Listen, how
Wait.
keep going.
is that my problem?
But if you're trying to help out though, you're not helping out.
I'm not trying to help. I'm trying to help my son.
But how are you helping your son when you're only getting food for just him and not the other kids, his siblings?
You had
Them are his siblings though.
You had to.
He's not finna eat in front of all his other siblings and they're not eating on McDonald's.
Bring
No,
him out.
why do I gotta put?
Bring him out to the car. I'll let him
No. He's not finna eat that shit at all if you can't bring enough.
Oh,
for
so the
everybody.
kid can't eat.
Telling me to
Don't let him eat. He's gonna starve. Punish the kid, cause
Yes.
You sound dumb.
How is that dumb? You sound dumb. You sound dumb.
Where are they daddies at? Nobody told you to talk to them other. You had them other kids. Them your responsibility. They're not my responsibility.
Okay, but if you're
Right.
gonna bring one, you need to bring it for all.
Please,
How do that shit look that I'm letting one child eat McDonald's and all the rest of the kids
yeah. How does it look? You look like a piece of shit, and that's on you.
ain't eat no fucking McDonald's? You know I get food stamps on the 11th.
that ain't 3 kids.
I thought she said the 7th.
That ain't mine.
Oh,
Now it's the 11th.
Dad had siblings. You knew what you was getting into when you had a baby with me.
No, the f- I didn't.
you do
Yes,
what
you
you
did.
did.
You expect me to take care of all the kids? They're not my kids.
Okay, but you still had a baby with me who have kids with other people. I still have other kids.
Why are you recording me? First of all,
Because I'm exposing.
Well, we're not
Everybody think
together.
You such a motherfucking good daddy.
I'm a good daddy.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're full of shit in this bullshit. You only come here with one.
All right. I mean, is there anything like significant
So
else?
yeah, so you
significant
can
that
fast
happens?
forward to the end when she gets the food from him.
kids,
Give me here.
You sound stupid.
Dumb. He ain't eating this. You.
Why would you just do that?
Because you ain't bringing up for all the other kids. You stupid. Stupid. Selfish as a. Like, you're dumb as hell. You're dumb as hell. He not finna eat that shit. Dumb.
He's not
Dumb.
finna eat that
He not
shit.
finna do that. If you can't do it for all, don't do it for none of them. Bye, stupid.
I'd like to
All
just
right.
point out that every day,
This is just so frustrating.
Okay, so we'll go around
Every-
the table. Quick, Marcus, go. Obviously, go ahead.
bro, every day when I see shit like this, I just thank God that like my parents aren't like this. Like in this situation, like all right, two things could have happened. I get it. Like if he got with her and she's already got kids, and then you have another baby with her, and prior you were buying everybody food, like okay, nigga, but you know your baby mama crazy as fuck. That sucks. That
I mean, yeah, but it sucks,
But
and he's trying
at
to
the same
feed his
time,
kid,
it does
trying
suck.
to do
like,
the right thing.
It does suck if like I've been in them situations where you're sitting there and people are eating and no one else is, and you're like, "Fuck."
That sucks.
It does, but I mean, he could. Pick
But
his
why
kid
is your
up, or-
mother?
It
yeah.
sucks because both parents.
She's not
suck.
gonna let him.
It's not the kid's fault. Like,
Right. She's not gonna let him.
It sucks the kids have those two fuckheads as their parents.
I mean, he's
but-
probably not made the best decisions, but based off that video,
But I'm-
I'd say
but I'm
he's
s-
doing. He's not. I wouldn't call him a
doing something,
fuckhead. He's
yeah.
trying, but he fucked up
Right.
and got a insane person pregnant,
Okay, go ahead.
and
You have the
he
table.
can't do the right thing.
Okay, so what's your take?
Well, I'll go last. I'll go last. What you
Leo?
think, Leo?
Well, that was kind of crazy. Like the girl just recording that particular situation, and now that
She's doing it for for
Yeah.
likes.
not even necessarily
For clout.
likes, but just like it's like why would you even be recording that? Like
Because she wants to get likes on Instagram or whatever.
Clout.
She knows she can do a video and I'm gonna get a bunch of likes. She's not necessarily thinking that consciously, but subconsciously she knows she wants to make a video. She has to video anything, and she knows, this will be an exciting moment, and I can post this. I can expose him and make a lot of people see this, and all make a viral video and get famous. It's all selfish and
Well, yeah, and
egotistical.
then
what she think.
it's on the guy. Like sometimes you can tell when somebody's crazy.
I mean,
Like, there's
that dude.
He made a mistake,
Yeah.
but that doesn't
mean,
I mean,
that dude.
that doesn't justify her actions.
actions either. But a person who's crazy doesn't really have justifiable actions either.
I mean,
you know?
if you get with someone,
they don't hold themselves like
if you
accountable,
get with
know?
someone that's got what she say she had 3 kids, and then he got with her and she had
Well, she
4
has
kids?
2 kids,
Well,
3
okay.
total.
So then he
One-
gave
he
her
has
a
one,
third, he gave
he-
her a third kid.
Probably.
Like, bro, like,
We don't. I don't know
they're
what
both
order he
fucking
came up.
They're both
in.
fucking stupid. Just get the damn kids to McDonald's.
Yeah,
shit.
just like.
But
and, like,
I mean, yeah. What should have happened is
probably, yeah.
I didn't get to go yet.
You'll go.
Well, I'd say like I mean, it's McDonald's, and if you have a problem with someone like that, and you just bring the stuff and stuff like that, because you got like, shit, man, I don't even know what I would do in a situation like that. I'd probably be like, oh my god, I need to run now. This is just
yeah,
too
just
much.
all around
Like-
shitty.
Like that's a shitty situation to get into. So you gotta watch yourself.
What you think, Crespo?
I'm a petty nigga.
We know.
We've discovered and
real petty type nigga. So the obvious answer is that nigga was in the
you
right.
sweep the leg.
Correct.
Okay.
The obvious answer was that nigga was in the right. He brought food for his son. He's providing for his son. He's providing for his child. He is
Right.
making sure that his child is not hungry.
Right.
But me, I'm a petty nigga.
What would you have done?
Marty
Big fella,
Jannetty.
look, I'm pulling over McDonald's for all the kids.
Pulling for what?
McDonald's was for all the kids.
Okay.
I'm gonna get the kids on my side.
Yeah.
But that's what she wants.
No.
If he would have brought McDonald's for all the kids, and she wouldn't have had anything for a video, which I guess you would have defeated her plan for the video. But
Oh, bro, if he would have got out with like 6 bags of McDonald's, she's like, fuck.
So dig this. My theory is to get the kids, on my sides to where I can get them talking shit about their mama. Because Crespo always bringing over McDonald's for all of us. That ain't my daddy. This broke ass bitch don't even get her food stamps till the 7th. Then the kids will start talking shit.
Damn.
But I can get the kids on my side.
that's the extremely long, still losing game.
That's a
because
plan.
why the whole point of he's only bringing one thing is because those aren't his kids, and he's not responsible to take care of another man's kids. And he probably doesn't,
I mean,
have a whole bunch of money to. I mean, he's not making great decisions.
I would have been petty with it. That's all I'm saying.
They're both not making
Quincy,
great
you go.
decisions.
What's your take?
I mean, I pretty much agree with you in the beginning.
Dude, I'm fucking. Whew.
Yeah,
I'm pretty lit.
I pretty much agree with you in the beginning. I wouldn't do the bring food for everybody because that's. I mean, he fucked up. It sucks. The whole situation sucks.
He
But
definitely
she's
messed up
a
messing with that woman though.
she's a fucking
A crazy person.
all the way in the wrong in this scenario.
They both suck.
He was
But I mean,
judging just based off this video. She comes off looking like the piece of shit, and he looks like
she
he
aired her
looks
own
like the
self
good
out.
guy, and it looks like she's self-owning.
I mean, my thing, like, fuck, that whole situation sucks. I guess I would have brought food for the
No,
kids.
you already had your take. You said you would brought a kid for food for your son. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, I'd have picked my son up or go down to the courthouse and be like, "Can I get custody of my son?" I mean, I don't
But
know. So
you're not gonna
sometimes,
win,
Like,
because
I don't know. Like, maybe psychologically, like, you don't want to fuck the other kids up. But I don't know, man. Like,
I mean, what can you can only do so much.
you only can.
Maybe to your point, you could just pick your son up, and every morning we having breakfast, I'm like, your mom a piece of shit.
And maybe
right?
she wouldn't let you. But I mean, that's not the good thing to do. You don't want to like.
You don't want to create more problems.
Yeah, that creates
because
more
then
problems.
He's gonna grow up fucking
Like, mom-
hating his
yeah.
mom. Like, you want him to still like his
'Cause
mom.
Because guaranteed, that's what she's doing.
Look what I'm doing. Nigga.
I
took
guarantee.
Yeah, because every
she's like, "Yo,
time-
daddy ain't shit. Yo, daddy is a bitch ass nigga. He ain't doing shit. He like."
And that's what my son looks her in the face and goes, "Shut up, bitch! You don't get your shit till the 7th."
I'm the one taking you.
Oh
to Denny's,
shit!
But when she's lying,
getting you the Rudy Tooty fresh and fruity. At
I mean,
Denny's. All right,
it
little
definitely
nigga.
sucks that
Your mama
those-
ain't shit.
yeah,
It sucks that those
What
kids.
did she get with her food stamp? What
parents-
Cheerios, nigga? Huh?
It sucks those kids' parents are those people.
I mean, yeah, they're gonna be fucked up.
She don't even get name brand shit. She get great choice and shit.
This bitch be getting best choice, fucking Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity.
This bitch be getting always save soda pop for that. What kind of bullshit is this?
Yeah, I mean, it's all a situation is all around sad.
And she just threw the food on the ground. Now it's gonna be rats and birds
Yeah.
picking at it.
I've thrown food at
But this kind of leads
Maybe the homeless
leads
person
us
will pick
into our, I guess, one of our next topics that I don't even necessarily want to talk about, but it's interesting that you had this video in there.
Okay.
So modern dating or just dating right now is
It's wild.
it sucks.
Okay.
It's rough.
That was a good one out there.
Met up with a lady from online.
A lady.
Oh wait, she was a woman.
Yes, she was a adult human female.
Okay.
She was a robot.
Continue.
She wasn't a robot.
Damn.
But
Nice.
Nice. A real lady.
I mean, I think you were in the chat when I was kind of
I'm gonna let you-
explaining
I'm not
all
gonna
this shit or
interrupt.
whatever. But
Crespo will
well,
save
feel
his.
free to interject at any time.
We'll save our comments for the middle.
I'm just gonna ad lib it.
But I was explaining to you how I met her. I was only with her for an evening.
Okay.
Did not smash
Did you
purposefully.
Did you go on a date?
No.
Did you
I mean,
go out?
is Netflix and chill a date?
You didn't go to eat?
No.
Okay.
I met up with her at like. She's like works night shifts and shit or whatever, so her schedule's weird. Go ahead.
Before you get to the part of getting to her house, I didn't mean to interject, but you said you did not smash purposely.
Purposefully.
I
on purpose did not smash.
okay.
paid $1.50 to get there.
You had no.
I did not. I avoided the toll,
You took the back streets.
but I did pay $250 to come home because I had my shit to avoid the tolls. But I think I went the wrong way, and then it took me on the toll shit. But it ended up being faster, so I was like, whatever.
Cool. Next.
But
So you purposefully did not
purposefully, because
You wanted to
before I left, because first of all, my thoughts were that maybe we might not, we possibly might not be compatible, and I'm always looking. I'm trying a different approach. I'm always looking to just smash a bitch ASAP,
Right.
You know, and
Nice.
maybe I can take a different approach, and maybe if we're not compatible or whatever, but we could be friendly and she's cool, then maybe it could be a vector for meeting other women, possibly. You know, I could not use her, but have a female friend that could introduce me to other women. But
Okay.
Use.
yes. So kind of one thing that made me laugh to myself out loud before I left, like I was like, I was like, I'm not going to smash.
Right.
Like I thought to myself in my head, I was like,
Like when you left here.
yeah, I was like, I thought to myself in my head, I was like, I'm not going to smash.
Deal.
And then I grabbed a roll of condoms and I was like, but just in case. And then I was like, perfect. I was like, you nigga. Just laughed to myself out loud. So
Just in case to the.
yeah, but
Yeah.
Perfecto. Continue.
I wasn't with this person for a super long period of time, for enough of a time for me to know as much information
What time did
as
you
I
get
do.
there?
12:30, 1 o'clock.
In the morning?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Like the whole scenario is set up where I should just go over and just
Be
like
in cheeks.
right, like it's
You
a
were
done deal.
You were in the smash
Like,
meter.
the smash meter was like it was
She and this nigga left here at midnight. Okay.
yeah,
quick.
and she told me she was taking a shower and like
Drove
I mean, come on, all I
45
knew. That's
minutes.
why I was telling myself.
Big fella, real quick. What did my grandma say was open late at night again?
There was McDonald's,
Okay,
what we
okay.
just saw.
Right.
Yeah, I did see some McDonald's that was open.
Okay.
And legs.
Okay, continue.
That leg.
I
business.
believe those were possibly open, but I did not
said,
partake
"This
in that establishment.
This pussy gonna
Quincy
be
just
fresh when
looked and
you
go
get
by.
here."
He was like,
Yeah. I mean, I went in and you know, I got the sensations. Or I didn't go in, but I stood outside and, you know,
Had his
I
window down.
loitered about outside a little bit.
Like, sir, can we help
Make sure
you?
when no
I was like,
ops
nah, I'm just
outside.
window shopping.
Make sure when no ops out there can be caught lacking. Okay.
But that is why I'm telling myself
I understand.
I'm not going to smash.
Cool.
I'm going to
So
try to do things differently.
You get there late.
late.
To have a conversation.
But I also am prepared to maybe my will is not as strong as I anticipate.
This
So
nigga
I better
reaching
at
his-
least be
This nigga
be
reached in his
protected.
pocket and was like,
just in case my resolve breaks.
yeah. But
so you're there at 1.
that
1
video that we just watched
Right.
came up.
Ah.
You guys were talking about it?
Do you think I brought that video up?
Nope.
No.
She did.
She brought that video up?
Yes.
She's on World Star?
No. Well, maybe. Well, no, because it's viral. It's probably on TikTok and shit like that. I think she said she's seen it on TikTok.
World Star.
No, I'm sure it was probably on TikTok.
If Quincy ever meet a chick and she's like, "You got the World Star app," this nigga gonna
And it's
I'm
1
like,
o'clock in the morning.
this nigga gonna get a walk
Nigga,
away.
you can say you ain't gonna smash. That bitch might rape you.
That's possible.
Got the World Star app.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's 1 o'clock in the morning.
that's a
Your
strong
location
possibility.
on.
Yeah.
That bitch gonna turn into
I
the
thought about
monster
turning
from,
my location on.
I just called Crespo. Crespo, it says Quincy's been at the Starbucks for 36 hours. We gotta go.
yeah.
what was that movie? Don't Be a Menace While Drinking Juice, South Central.
Yeah.
And they was in the mail van.
Yeah.
And that bitch
Shout
turned
out
to
Nick in the
monster,
chat.
And that bitch raped that nigga.
Nico.
Yeah, young Bellick.
And she was like, "You
Don't mean to cut you off.
gonna do this
Nah, he good.
And he was
But
like,
yeah, continue. So she brought the video up.
at 1 in the morning."
So we're watching some like horror Netflix nonsense. Some Netflix TV show about some like author bitch that
So it's
is like she
Netflix and
writes
chill.
she wrote this book back in the day, but then she stopped writing it. But then like the witch that was in her book like became real and like wants her to keep writing shit, so she possesses other people, and it's like stupid as fuck.
cool. Meanwhile, Quincy's wearing his breakaways like he in the NBA. Like, you ready?
I'm not wearing my breakaways.
Just in case of it.
I'm
Just in case.
I'm in monk mode. I'm staying
Shit.
trying to
Okay, so you
Stay
watched
strong.
a TV show. At 1
So she was sitting by you, right?
we were in her bed.
Oh, you were.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wait.
That's I mean, we were watching Netflix in her bed.
in her bedroom.
Drinking some couple of like, margarita drinkerooskies.
At 1 o'clock
So
in
she
the
got
morning.
you tip.
At 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock in the morning
Yes.
in the bed.
Yes.
And your hands were where?
Well, that's
Apparently
neither here
in
nor
the
there where my
fucking
hands
air.
were.
Where were your hands at?
In his pockets.
Let's just say my hands were what was hanging outside of the establishment, the only other establishment than McDonald's that's open at late night hours.
So we're talking.
So you were
booty
grabbing
meat.
booty meat?
Yes.
We got booty meat.
We got booty meat, folks.
Hey.
Young dudes, talk that talk, King. Let's go.
Now, you
Grabbing on the
meat.
booty meat 1 o'clock in the morning.
Drinking
Watching
margaritas.
scary shit. She's like, hold me close. I'm scared.
I mean, yes and no, but she's also
Showing you
talking
videos.
the whole time. No, she's not showing me videos.
She's talking about stuff.
but she's just talking about stuff the whole time.
Oh fuck.
Young Bellick, he said that she didn't smoke, only cigarettes, no gas.
Yeah, she didn't smoke. I didn't. And also, I'm thinking.
You're not going to smoke. You didn't bring no
Well,
smoke.
no, I didn't bring any. But also, I'm always keeping in the back of my mind, maybe this is a setup.
Yeah.
Because
Cool.
a chick hits you up and she's when I was talking to her, she's like, I'm not really into the whole online back and forth chit chat shit and all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, fuck that. Nobody's like that. I mean, fuck yeah, that sounds cool or whatever. And she's like, yeah, you just want to come over for like some fucking late night pizza and beer and shit like that or whatever the fuck. Like, cool,
Perfect.
whatever. Sounds great. But, I'm trying to also be like, maybe this is the setup.
Zen mode.
Grabbed on the booty meat though.
Next time you leave,
I know far too much about her political beliefs, and
right out the gate,
from the small period of time that I've spent with her, then I should know
she's crazy.
with the amount of time you would spend with any person like that. Like, but I mean, yeah, that video came up, and she wanted to kind of be on that lady's side. She's like, well, I mean, he kind of should have brought food for all the kids. She does have all the kids. And I kind of already sensed like, okay. I'm like, yeah, but that's not his kids. I mean, where are the other kids' fathers at? Shouldn't they bring food?
And what she said to that?
I mean, and I can't remember her exact response, but it wasn't something that
She
was
doesn't
like,
get her food stamps till the 7th.
yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Quincy?
then she said the 11th. Get your dates right, okay?
I'm not the one who needs to get my dates right.
But you know,
It's the 7th or the 11th.
in the
Maybe she gets them on the 7th.
off the
and
jump.
the
I mean, and that
11th.
wasn't an automatic like.
You're like,
That was
"Yeah,
just something like, all right, file
Maybe she
that.
gets them on the
Like,
10th.
you know,
Yeah.
that doesn't necessarily mean you're like crazy or anything. You know, maybe you just kind of misunderstood that scenario.
Did she let the crazy out of the bag right out the gate?
No.
It slowly fell out? Or she just blew that shit
I mean,
out?
I don't think that she's like crazy, like insane or whatever, but
That's good.
like that, like not like that lady, I don't think.
That whole
That lady's
situation-
fucking crazy.
That whole situation seems crazy.
But definitely not someone you would want to put a baby in. And it was
So when
just,
she answered the door, what was she wearing? Because it was already fucking midnight.
I mean,
1
like
o'clock.
yoga pants and
A t-shirt.
kind of like a t-shirt that like kind of falls off your shoulders.
No bra on.
No, there's a bra.
I'm just trying to use my brain to think about what your brain was thinking.
I'm just like, I'm honestly very proud of him for his resolve because honestly, hot boy Crespo, come on, big fella.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Big fella knocking that bitch down.
I know what happens. I've been there and I've done that.
Big fella knocking that bitch down.
I've
Like
been
Jorge
there.
Masvidal
I
did,
done
Ben
that.
Askren.
You got
fella.
guns. We got scraps.
Big fella
No.
would have pulled back up at 6:30. We're playing the Isley Brothers talking about I brought breakfast back.
Be living for the love. All right, but I've
good,
done
really
like
good
I know what
restraint.
happens. Like if I feel like anytime I'm like smash a chick, and then I kind of always have this thought in the back of my head, like this probably isn't. I know at the end of this, post nut syndrome is going to kick in real hard, and I'm gonna be like,
Why did I do that?
I shouldn't have done that. I don't like this bitch. Let me get the fuck out of here.
I feel you.
So I would rather try to find somebody who's actually, instead of just thinking with my dick,
Okay.
I'm trying to, and also it almost feels like a lot of chicks feel like they have something over, like they feel some sort of entitlement to you, like, oh well, we fuck now, so like, hey, what's up, like you did this, and like what the fuck, we fucked, I thought it was gonna be this, like, so I don't want none of that. I don't want you to be able to say nothing like I didn't. Maybe I rubbed on some booty meat and some titty meat, but that's neither here nor there.
It's consensual.
Yes, we was, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she invited you over
Yes,
at
yes.
midnight. So
you know, I mean, I stayed the night. You know, it was just just cuddles and
I
shit.
ain't gonna lie. I have never been to a bitch house at 1 o'clock in the morning, laid up in the bed, rubbing up on booty
Yeah,
meat.
me neither.
Hey, I ain't gonna know. Hey, if I'm rubbing on that booty meat, she about to feel this thing. You know.
Whoa, let's
You know what I'm
not
saying?
get hasty there. Let's not say
I'm
no
just
things were felt.
I'm just saying.
I may
big
or
fella,
may not have.
Big fella, look. I'm knocking that bitch down like an order from Hawaiian Brothers.
Oh my,
I'm
oh
smashing
my.
that shit down, okay? The spicy Hawaiian chicken, whatever the fuck it is with the rice and the vegetables, is gone, okay?
Fuck you mean?
Okay? I'm proud of your
Goddamn,
resolve, though.
big
Good
fella.
job, man. Because, hey, like you said, you're thinking with your head.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
I'm proud
just
of you,
know
niggas.
it wasn't.
A lot of niggas can't do that.
It wasn't going to be a good outcome, and then I would have felt obligated in some way, maybe
To
even
smash.
like, no, not to smash necessarily, but after I smashed, like, well, I gotta, like, I try to be nice to her and like talk to her and do all this other shit, and maybe I gotta
Slop
go
talk.
out with her again or what. Like, I don't want to do. I just want to be like, you know what? No, sorry, it's not. Didn't work out.
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
Leo, what
No
about
harm,
you?
no
You're a
foul.
single young man. Lady invites you over to the house at let's say midnight, and she was like, it's getting already pretty late. Let's get pizza
But-
and beer and go hang out in my room.
You know what happens?
And I'm gonna lay up on you, and you can rub up on his ass cheeks.
Yeah.
After hours.
But
what's happening?
She has extreme political views that are troubling to you.
Just going overboard, like you can't. A lot of people, it's like a sports team anymore, like on that kind of stuff. So it's just like, will you join?
Talking to
talking to your mic a little bit.
Oh, so
you're good.
It'll be like, can you join your team or join your team or whatever? And it's like, join my team. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like, chill the hell out.
I mean, it wasn't necessarily like that, like trying to get her to join the team. But what do you do in that scenario?
Are you?
This is the lady we're describing.
Yes, we're talking about.
They have only like basically one thing, and it's like not necessarily even really. Some people look at it as a hobby, when it's more of just.
What do you do if you're in that scenario?
in that
Fuck
scenario?
yes. What about what her political? Yeah, if you're in that scenario with this
1
woman,
o'clock in the morning, she's laid up on you. You in the bed watching Netflix. You rubbing on some ass cheeks. Are you gonna
smash
be
or no?
Fucking samurai strong like young dukes. You know what I'm saying?
Genzai!
Or are you gonna knock fucking knock that shit down like a
bat out of hell.
Oh, if we establish that we just friends, pretty much.
Well, you haven't established anything.
Friends with benefits.
No, you haven't established anything.
Shut the fuck up. Ain't no friend invited me over the house at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
She's come on.
She's ready.
Well, yeah.
You have the opportunity.
To be humble.
You control
what are you
the
doing?
situation
Is what we're asking
potentially.
her. What are you finna do? That she's throwing you all the signs.
Probably.
You're in the fucking arena of sending a bitch to Shadowland. Okay.
Do you go for the finishing maneuver?
Yeah, go for the
It's gone.
You're going for the finishing maneuver.
It's Mortal Kombat, and it says finish him or finish her
You're
across
not
the
gonna call
screen.
a draw like Young Dukes and be
Yeah,
like, I'm cool.
I knew the button combination, and I was like friendship.
Oh, okay.
What did you do?
I hit her with the.
You said you're fucking
with the rainbow shit and the friendship.
Probably more than likely, probably about 9 times out of 10, I'd probably really hit it like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See, he'd be fucking ripping her guts out, burning her fucking.
Big fella,
all
let
her.
me tell you something. Big fella,
Motherfucker, neighbors would be like, that bitch making mac and cheese.
This nigga like forward, back, XXB.
Big fella, I'm telling you. Big fella, that
Nigga
happens.
making mac and cheese.
Big fella, that happens to me. Let me tell you something. Nick, as soon as I walk in, the Undertaker music hit. Like, I'm with it. Somebody,
Did you even have pizza and beer? Or pizza and drinks? There was no pizza.
Well, I had drinks, and she got some food. I wasn't hungry. You think I wanted food?
Yeah, I'm just asking. Okay.
Because he doesn't eat
You wanted
food.
some fur burgers.
With a
I
side
did,
of
but I
milkshake.
didn't. I wanted one. I would have loved one.
I'm just saying.
But there was a place that was really close that I probably could have got one. It was very close.
Right.
Like on like room service close.
All I gotta say is I'm proud of you, and also I'm gonna throw this little detail in there, is that for somebody who has this new approach of trying to find somebody of like, you know, that's compatible and actually can fuck with in a relationship, my nigga, you dove in the deep end. Cause going over to a bitch house at 1 o'clock in the morning, she answering the door with yoga pants on,
See,
the
maybe-
shirt falling off the shoulders, talking about is you trying to fuck her or nah, and you put yourself in that situation.
In retrospect, I probably should have not even gone.
Clap right there. Give it a little
Because what else?
clap. A little clap.
What else could the scenario have really been? I mean, and it's not like I didn't want to smash because, I mean, but I knew because I knew she had kids.
Yeah.
I knew, that we
Wouldn't
didn't
mesh.
match. It didn't seem like we matched very well. She had
Okay.
colored hair. You know, that's a red flag.
Okay.
I mean, and doesn't necessarily disqualify any lady. That's why I took the chance.
She's a wild butterfly.
All right, in this scenario, my dick was in the driver's seat.
Huh.
And my brain was, but it was a single row truck, and my brain was like right next to him.
Yeah. Like flashing the lights and shit.
Yeah, and then after a while, my brain was like, "Nigga, pull over.
Yeah.
Get the fuck over here." And then he put him in the
backseat.
Well, he put him in the truck bed, but he did kind of creep his way back in to the cab.
Nigga, move over.
And he got close, but he never took the driver's seat
Okay.
back.
Huh.
He ended up sitting in the passenger.
And then eventually he got kicked out of the truck, and he may or may not have got hit by traffic. My dick, that is.
Traffic.
We're talking about.
Huh.
Yeah.
So.
R.I.P.
And then you got up and.
Then my brain was in the driver's seat and was like,
good job.
Congratulations.
yeah.
Pretty
But
crazy.
in hindsight, I should have probably not even gone.
I've done that scenario once. Just to think back, I mean, years and years ago. This has happened when we used to hang out with somebody named Nemo. Remember? We used to hang out with a guy named Nemo back in the day.
Yeah, Nico said had he smashed it, he would have asked him to go to Walmart with the kids next month. Yeah, come on, like
Facts.
yeah,
It was my birthday and I was fucking just getting fucked up, and he was hanging out with some mud ducks. You know, I was pretty bored, so I was being Hot Boy Crespo,
yeah, doing your thing,
doing
you know,
my Hot Boy thing.
happens, you know.
Knocked down a couple of those Bud Light Maritas.
Them mugs are pretty delicious. I'm not gonna lie, I had a couple of those.
And you know, I did.
But even under the influence, currency remain very strong.
I wasn't strong, and I made that mistake. And he had to go over about
But-
2-3 more times.
Yes, but see, this is after I've done
Then I put the bitch
I've
on
done
the
that a
block
bunch
list.
of
So I
times.
was like, you know what? I don't really like you.
Yeah, I've done that so many times. And then, but see, here's the thing. I don't want to be a liar. So
Okay.
so if I've said something,
Undone.
even though I fucking don't want to, like I'm out with late, and then under the influence of my penis, I'll say something and be like, yeah, oh yeah, we should do that. Or she'll suggest something in the future. And Dick's in the driver's seat, so he's like, you get that pussy, say whatever. And he's like, and I'm like, yeah,
Why not?
and then post nut syndrome kicks in,
Fuck.
and then brain takes over, and he's like, nigga, what the fuck you say? We gotta do that. Nigga, I ain't gonna be no fucking liar, but fuck. And then so I gotta go do some other shit.
That you don't want to do.
But then by the time I'm there, Dick is starting to take over in the driver's seat.
Hey, maybe.
He's like,
you
well,
know,
I mean, go on, scooch over. Let me take this one off your hands. And Brain's like, all right, whatever. And then it's a cycle, you know?
Hey,
rinse
we're
and
back
repeat,
again.
you know? Until finally until finally Dick is like, you know, that ain't even all that great.
it was fun while it
yeah,
lasted.
yeah. And then Brain's like, I was trying to tell you.
But I like to drop fast.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
it's good that you came to that point, though. You're at a good stage right now. Leo, are you
But
at that
it's
stage right now?
But then there's
You're
it's
also
so,
at that stage where
it's
you're
rough.
looking for a lady with substance.
Pretty much. It's
you-
gotta be compatible, like you said.
Okay.
It's hard. It's hard to meet ladies.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, because you don't really want to rush into that necessarily either. And you guys
Sometimes you do.
Also, like, when you're talking online, like, you don't necessarily.
Talking online sucks.
Yeah, talking online is not necessarily the best form. Sometimes it's good to go out, but.
No, I mean you
like,
got to meet him in person. Like
yes.
talking online is the
yeah,
worst.
It is the worst. So, like, it's just.
My goal is to, if I actually am interested in person, I want to get this conversation and this shit offline as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And get to meeting, like, cause what the fuck are we doing? I'm just saying whatever dumb nonsense. I'm not good at that shit. Like, oh, well, fucking, how's it going? Whatever, like, whatever. It's all whatever lame nonsense you try to come up with some clever way or of
You
like
music? I like music.
or like referencing something in their profile in some way or whatever, and then forming it in the form of a question so that they would be more inclined to respond.
I saw that
like,
you had Megan Thee Stallion in your profile. Does that mean you have what by chance?
But I mean, no, you can't do that.
Whoa.
You can't do that.
You're not gonna get a response on that.
Oh,
I mean, maybe, you know, but unlikely. I guess
you
depending
happen
on
to have any what by chance
what your
with Gmail?
profile looks like. But yeah, it's.
I mean, it might work if you say. If
Depending
you
on what your profile looks like, it might work.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
You know.
Womp 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 womp.
But
Womp womp.
I'm sure mine's not the best. I should probably fucking revamp it. I was talking to you. I was like, I should
let's
just
do
have you, or maybe we can do it as like a podcast thing or something. Just like I'll create like a profile or whatever on like Hinge or some shit.
All right.
And just let you guys do it because I hate doing it. Feels so gay.
We're gonna get fucked up while we
Typing shit about yourself and be like, oh, well, I'm fucking.
Hi, I'm Quincy.
Yeah.
I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
We're gonna make a fake profile.
I mean, it can't be lies. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to lie to bitches because
We're
I
gonna
don't
tell
want. It's exhausting to keep up a facade.
Yeah.
You know, be like, oh yeah, I'm a doctor.
This is Quincy, and he's got
I had a patient that just died.
Money. He's got his own money. So we're gonna crop your face.
I've got my own money. It's actually Quincy dollars. It's my own currency that you can purchase if you'd like. It's not really worth anything, but hopefully in the future.
It's worth millions.
Yeah.
Total crypto wallet on all crypto platforms.
Well, what the fuck else we got up in here? I think we got a couple more we can close out on.
Up in here.
Let's scroll down. What else we got in there?
Boop-a-doo.
There's that. I think that's.
I gotta crash the plane.
That nigga's a fucking legend.
Yeah,
Richard Russell.
Definitely.
I told you that was gonna be a good video. I mean, come on back.
All right, so I want to get Crespo's opinion on this. We won't play the whole thing. It's like 3 minutes. But this is a Project Veritas video. They're like a news organization that does like undercover expose type shit. So this is a state representative for South Carolina, Democrat, and she's calling an inmate at the Perry Correctional Institution to discuss her run for U.S. Senate.
What?
That
doesn't make no sense.
Let's play the audio.
The fuck?
I know y'all both activists, and I am too in my own way, right?
That's the voice of Crystal Matthews.
I'm very much in a lot of ways, but I know how to turn it off and turn.
The beep word is nigga, by the way. She's a
we understand
African American woman for the listeners.
Turn it on. You know, I know how to be in certain spaces. You know, you got to be able to turn it off and turn it on.
Correct.
So, like, we literally, y'all, like, this is the only way you're gonna change the dynamics in South Carolina. You got to find some folks that are a little bit polished, maybe are not, you know, nobody really knows them that well. Maybe they haven't really been politically active. But we need some secret sleepers. Like, we need them to run as the other side, even though they for our side. And we need them to win.
Right.
Because
Interesting.
that's how, like, I mean, we can battle them in public all day. As long as we know we working for the same goal. You know, I tell my colleagues up here all the time, I'm going to be that bitch every day of the week. Got too many people that ain't out for us and look like us. I mean, but honestly, these ain't the same type of black people that I grew up around. I don't recognize these black people. So I don't black because I don't understand the type of black that they are. Now, can I talk intelligently? I can move in all kind of circles, but I'm a nigga at heart. I love black people. I feel safest around my people. So for me, I feel like y'all, we need sleepers, but we need a group of sleepers. We need some folks we need some folks that can wear all black at night and take their yard signs down when they sleeping. The same they do to us, just the other way.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta make a bunch of noise about it. We ain't gotta go live about it. Just don't say just like when somebody drop money and you pick it up. You pick that up and keep walking. And then when you get in there, when we get enough of us in there, we can wreak havoc for real from the inside out. Then we can flip some from the inside out. We gotta take back some of these seats, especially in these local elections. You know, we need people to run as Republicans in these local elections. And we need, I mean, they family, they can't tell their family, you know, period. Because I can't trust family. Family, the first turn on you. You can't tell them. So, you know, like, man, I didn't think he would ever be a Republican. You know, they're going to have to be able to listen. When I say they're going to have to be able to take some I'm talking about at the dinner table, at Thanksgiving, when they on the Republican ticket and everybody at the table looking at them sideways like, I can't believe y'all trying to They got to be able to take that on their chin. Yep. And I still got to struggle to raise money for my campaign. Where the is my black people with money? I don't care about no dope money. Give me that dope boy money. Where the duffel bag boys? Find you somebody in your family that don't even know you donating to my campaign and put that under their name.
Where the duffel bag boys?
That's some wild shit right there. Wow. First of all, why is she calling an inmate? What can that nigga do? He can't run for shit.
Maybe that's her.
Maybe he can hook her up with the duffel bag boys.
Maybe that's her old boyfriend or something.
That's the kind of person. I mean, not all of them are like that necessarily, but
I just can't. I can't.
That kind of person exists in government.
Just like
so running. Obviously, this is leaked audio. Like,
because Project Veritas got him.
Has anything happened to this lady?
She's had to come out and do some fake non-apology and shit like that, but it's ongoing shit right now.
That's just sad, really.
She's trying to defend it in some way.
Somebody's busted in office. Who the dope boys?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I do need money for my campaign. So I started a GoFundMe.
But I mean,
go over there and start donating for me because we need black people as sleepers.
Yeah, she's saying she wants people to like you to a black person that believes all her ideals to be a complete like sleeper cell, even lie to their family and tell their family that they're a Republican and they're gonna run for whatever position and even lie to everyone. Don't let anybody know because you're a sleeper cell. And run and be a Republican. I mean, but then secretly be on their side. Yes. What do you mean? Do you make money off that? If you have influence and you can make shit happen for people that have money, and they can be like, well, I can give you if you do make this decision and do this for me,
and do the old who,
you know. Where the duffel bag boys donate to her campaign, and then some money disappears because it's duffel bag money, and so all of it's not accounted for.
Duffel bag boys.
Come on now. And you think she's the first one to do it, or just the first one to get caught talking about it? You know,
it's been going on like since the 20s. You know what I mean? Like with the political bosses and everything. So I mean,
I'd argue
it's almost a little bit of a
maybe been going on
to an extent. It's been going on for like
forever.
Of years.
Yeah, thousands of years.
I mean,
yeah, corruption
and all that.
Yeah,
throughout government. What a surprise! Like, somebody's like, she's probably off her rocker a little bit. You never know. Shit, like she's
that bitch is definitely off.
100%.
Probably a little bit off her rocker, and then she's probably cracking a little bit too. That's a hell of a position to be in there.
I mean, but yeah, that's not a good person.
I'm just baffled. I mean, she had to know. I mean, she called an inmate, so she had to know she's being recorded.
That's what I'm saying. You're dumb.
Yeah, but like every time you call somebody, or you receive a call from somebody, the first thing that it says is this call.
But she just is so arrogant that she knows, like, yeah, but nobody's gonna like leak this.
Yeah,
it's not gonna get out. Who's gonna like the people there are on my side? So why would they leak it? But Project Veritas, I don't know how they got it, but they had somebody on the inside. Somebody who was able to obtain this audio. And
that's wild. I mean,
gotcha, bitch.
They're like, Crespo, we need you to get a job at.
But see, this is just some fucking
It's still the audio
Senate
tapes.
candidate or whatever the fuck.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
a candidate. Oh, she lost her candidate.
I don't know.
She had to.
Or I don't know if she was a candidate. Maybe she was actual in some position. I don't remember.
It
But
says candidate right there.
yeah, Senate candidate Crystal Matthews. Yeah. So she's probably not going to win, hopefully. But
What are glip glop?
this is just some like kind of low level
Yeah.
shit. Imagine
How much?
what goes on if you've been a senator for 20 years or 10 years or something like
All
that.
kinds
you know?
of shit. All kinds of shit.
All types of corruption.
Well,
I
I'd
just
say
wanna
the
know about
moral
the-
of today's podcast in closing, long
Long live Richard Russell.
live Richard Russell,
Okay.
for sure. R.I.P.
R.I.P. to that, man.
Modern dating is terrible.
You dropped your
Sucks.
phone about 3 times. You are high right now.
Yeah. And that's about it.
And think and be strong with your resolve like young Q Dukes. That's also a lesson for today.
Samurai Resolve.
Shout out young Q Dukes.
I was a very stronger.
I'll go down in history right there, folks.
I don't know about all that,
I'll
but
tell that story to my son. Like sometimes you got to make the right
I
choice.
appreciate it.
Like
Appreciate
Uncle
that.
Dukes.
He's like, Dad, what would you have done?
I would have dove in the hole. Hey, but be like Uncle Dukes and don't go in the hole all the time.
Roll Up Gas Podcast. Appreciate everybody checking us out. Hit us with that like,
way in the
that like if you don't mind, and that there subscribe.
Follow, baby.
And we'll be back next week with another podcast. We out, baby. Peace.
Woohoo.
Adios.